Okay, so welcome to our second week of our GMDSS Maritime Communication. So for our for today, no, it's about the flashing light and sound signaling. So naging familiar na kayo from Alpha to Zulu. So yung dida, daddy didit, daddy dadit, no? So magagamit natin 'yan all throughout sa ating prelim and tingnan natin kung aabot ng midterm. So the next topic will be the flashing of light. So continuation muna tayo sa sound signaling. The Morse symbols representing the letters and numerals, as we discussed last week, are signaled in any form of Navy communication. So ginamit na rin siya sa Navy and na-adapt natin siya through the Air Force during the World War II. So, sabi nga natin last week na it is being used during the war para magkaroon ng secret communication between the allies of the soldiers and the Air Force. So, in flashing light and sound signaling, it is best to hear on the side of making of dots shorter in their proportion of the dashes. The distinction between the elements is then clearer, and the standard rate of signaling by flashing light is 40 letters per minute. So just imagine, no? Dapat in a minute sa isang minuto dapat magkaroon ka ng transmission of 40 letters. So ganun kabilis yung transmission ng ating Morse code during those days. Kaya kayo, minamadali ko kayo na makabisado nyo yung from Alpha to Zulu kasi kaya nyo rin yun. Kasi ginagawa nga nila dati, ba't kayo hindi nyo kayang gawin, no? So, voice over a loud hailer whenever it is possible. Plain language should be used where a language difficulty exists. Kasi alam naman natin on board, especially when we are embarking into a ocean-going vessel, when we say ocean-going vessel, it is a international vessel. So when we are in a ocean-going vessel, we have to face difficulties, especially when we are talking. Kasi iba-iba yung mga meron tayong iba-ibang lengguwahe na nakakausap. Kasi nagkakaroon ng language barrier. Iba-iba tayo ng culture, iba-iba rin tayo ng nationality. So the medium of language that we're going to use is English para magkaroon tayo ng similarity. Parang pagkakaintindihan rather. So parang katulad nung sa sinasabi natin doon sa respelling. Para meron tayong standard na tinatawag. So groups from the International Code of Signals could be transmitted using phonetic spelling tables, no? Yung tables na pinakita ko sa inyo nung sa respelling. So radio telegraph and radio telephone. So nowadays, ito na yung ginagamit natin na transmission or transmitting and receiving of information during the distress or urgency or safety signal from one vessel to another. So pinapakita ko lang sa inyo pero hindi pa tayo magpo-proceed dito, no? Doon pa rin tayo sa Morse. So ito na yung ginagamit natin ngayon, no? But during those days, Morse code lang ang kinakapitan nila para magkaroon ng transmission, para magkaroon ng pagkakaintindihan, para magkaroon ng safety between two vessels. Kung matatandaan nyo, meron tayong collision regulation para maiwasan natin yon. And that Morse code is very useful during those days. So ngayon, ang nagiging way na is eto na yung ginagamit natin, no? Ang ating GMDS subsystems. So when radio telegraph or radio telephone is used for the transmission of signals, operators should comply with the radio regulations of the International Telecommunications Union Air Force at that time, no? Kasi lagi niyong tatandaan na meron tayong tinatawag sa call reg na, 'di ba, proper lookout. So, kahit na sabihin natin na meron tayong radio telephone para tawagan yung kabilang vessel, it doesn't mean na ito yung gagamitin nating medium of transmission para makausap natin sila. Kasi ginagamit lang natin tong subsystems na to during imminent danger. Ginagamit lang natin siya kapag meron na tayong mga last resort. hindi siya ginagamit para gamitin communication, hindi para mag-usap lang na, oy, kamusta, ano yung magiging diskarte ng vessel nyo, what is your intentions, no? Kung are going to turn your vessel into port, your starboard, or uh, magche-change course ba kayo, hindi pwedeng gamitin sa ganon. Tandaan nyo, kaya tayo merong tinatawag na collision regulations, no? Meron yang rule from rule 1, no? Ayun yung susundin natin para malaman natin kung ano yung tamang decisions na gagawin natin on board. Again, kaya tayo may call reg para alam natin yung decision making. At hindi tayo nagkaroon ng GMDSS subsystem para tanungin natin yung another vessel kung ano yung magiging diskarte nila. Kasi dapat alam mo na yon. Bakit? Kaya nga tayo merong call reg kasi that rule is our basis para ano yung magiging diskarte natin, ano yung magiging course of action natin during may makakasabay tayo na vessel or merong ahead of us, no, merong crossing or merong overtaking vessel. No? So again, this GMDSS subsystem is only solely used for the distress urgency safety communication. So general instructions. Unless otherwise indicated, all signals between vessel are made from the master. So si master is the overall in command sa vessel. Alam naman natin na lahat ng decision, especially mga big decisions on board, siya yung may last say. So of the vessel or origin of the captain, vessel of the destination. For example, if you are the duty officer, for example, ako, third officer, ang duty ko is 8 to 12 at meron akong course of action na hindi ako sigurado. So, ang gagawin ko is tatawagin ko yung presence ni captain. If the duty officer is in doubt, no, call the presence of the captain, kasama yun sa call reg ng pinag-usapan natin. And unless otherwise, kung kailangan natin tumawag sa radio telephone para makausap yung another vessel, magde-decide na niyan si captain kung ano yung magiging course of action natin, no? Kasi after all, captain is the overall in command, no? Laging ganun yan. If in doubt kayo, wag niyong gamitin yung radio para magkaroon kayo ng clear na action. Pwede siya, but again, lagi kayo magbe-base sa call reg. Kaya nga sinasabi na ang ating Bible sa barko, lalong-lalo na sa mga deck officers, is yung call reg. Kasi ito yung sinusundan natin. Pag sinabi sinusundan, hindi yung sinusundan ng vessel. No? Ito yung pinaka-standards natin, ano yung magiging actions natin. Kaya dapat, kabisado nyo siya. No? So, next. So, flashing light signals. So, a signal light or flashing light is divided into the following parts. So first, the call. So call consists of the general call identity signal of the station to be called. So it is answered with the answering signal. So call. As easy as call. Tatawag kayo. So sa call, meron tayong tinatawag na transmitting in which yung nag-i-initiate ng call and receiving yung makaka-receive ng call. No? Tandaan nyo yan, transmit, receive, transmitting, receiving. So number 2, identity. So transmitting station makes DE followed by its identity signal or name. So the word DE, it is short term for this is. So DE stands for this is. Delta Echo stands for this is. So this is repeated by the back of the receiving station. For example, no, ako yung transmitting station. Tatawagan ko yung MV Vessel Alpha, no? So MV Vessel MV Alpha, this is MV Sanggalang. So this is, that is the word for this. That is the short term for this is yung DE. So sinasabi nyo naman. So kapag magta-transmit ka ng call, gagamitin nyo lang yung voice kahit hindi na DE, no? It is being used kapag magta-type ka para hindi mo na isusulat yung buong salita na THIS space IS. So DE na lang ilalagay mo. Then the name of your vessel para alam ng receiving station kung sino yung tumatawag. Kasi baka mamaya sobrang dami ng vessel tapos tumatawag ka, hindi nila alam kung sino yung tumatawag. Then again, baka mamaya may kapangalan kayong vessel na kasama dun sa area na yon, then ibibigay nyo ngayon yung call sign ng vessel nyo. And your call sign is that is the differences na magkakaiba kayo kahit the same kayo ng pangalan ng barko. No? So, this also it is a repeated by the transmitting station. So, iulitin nyo siya ng 2 beses para maging clear at maging accurate yung magiging receive ng receiving station. So, text consists of plain language or code groups. No? So, yung code na tinatawag natin dyan, yung, for example, yung DE. And the language should be plain. No? Hindi kailangan ng highfalutin words, yung mga malalalim na salita, para magbigay ka ng information. Tandaan nyo, hindi naman English major yung mga nasa barko. We are seafarers, ang kailangan lang natin is makapag-transmit at makapag-receive ng information na malinaw. Hindi kailangan na maganda, hindi kailangan ng sobrang lalim na language. No? So, when code groups, sorry. So, this is repeated by the receiving station, which then signals its own identity or name. This is also repeated back by the transmitting station. So, yung identity natin daw, no, the DE followed by its identity or the name, it is repeated back by the receiving station. For example, no, MB Alpha, MB Alpha, this is MV Sanggalang, please come in over. Then si receiving station, sasabihin niya, yes, MB Alpha, yes, MB Sanggalang, this is MB Alpha, please come in. So, uulitin nyo kung ano yung pangalan ng vessel na tumatawag sa vessel nyo. Again, once you receive a call from another vessel, repeat the name of the vessel that was calling your vessel para ma-correct ng vessel na tumatawag sa inyo kung tama yung pronunciation or tama yung pagtawag nyo sa vessel nila. Again, wag mag-a-answer ng call ng hindi naman vessel nyo yung tinatawag. For example, akala mo yung vessel nyo yung akala mo yung vessel nyo yung tinatawagan. Tapos, hindi nag-reply sa'yo yung vessel na tumatawag. Ibig sabihin, hindi yung vessel nyo yung tinatawag. Nagkamali ka lang ng pandinig. No? Or baka mamaya naman, hindi busy yung tumawag sa inyo, i-repeat nyo, ulitin nyo. Wala namang mawawala kung i-repeat nyo. Okay, so next. Text consists of plain language or code groups. When group codes are to be used, they should be preceded by the signal YU. No? Tandaan nyo, YU. No? Words of plain language may be also, kapag katapos nyo magbigay ng group of words, they should be preceded by the signal YU. So, magbibigay kayo ng information, then followed by the code YU. Tandaan nyo yun. So words of plain language may be also in the text when signal includes name, places, and so on. Repeat each word and acknowledge by T. Ibig sabihin, once na na-acknowledge na yung message nyo, mag-reply kayo ng tango. Okay? Pagkatapos ng message, mag-reply ng Y. Pagkatapos ma-acknowledge, mag-reply ng tango. Okay? And the ending consists of the signal AR. Ibig sabihin ng AR sa dulo, that is your last message. Nothing to follows. And kapag nag-message na kayo ng AR, ang dapat i-reply sa inyo is R. Ibig sabihin, noted, received, no? So, use of the procedure signals and signs. So, the following list consists signals for flashing light and transmissions. So, tapos na tayo sa bawat name or bawat letter ng phonetic alphabet. So, dito na tayo sa dala-dalawa. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, una natin pag-aaralan, isang letra muna. Tapos, magiging dalawa, tapos word na, tapos sentences. Okay, so for AA, ibig sabihin all after. So it is used after the repeat signal from the Repeat naman kung gusto mong ulitin yung transmission at hindi mo naintindihan, just reply RPT. It means repeat all after. So kung hindi mo naintindihan yung messages, then type RPT, then AA, meaning all after. No? Then next AB, all before. Ibig sabihin, all before the messages. So use the word RPT again, RPT for repeat, then all before. So all before the messages, then all after the messages. So it's between, mamimili kayo kung before or after the messages yung gusto nyong ipa-repeat. No? And then the RPT stands for repeat. And for the ending signal or end of transmission, sabi nga natin kanina, kung wala ka nang i-transmit, wala ka nang sasabihin, just reply AR, meaning it is the ending signal or the end of transmission of signal. Then next, AS meaning waiting signal or period. Pag sinabing AS, waiting signal, sir, ano po ba yung AS? For example, no, masyadong matagal yung transmission. Para kayong, ano ba to? Naputol na ba yung call? Naputol na ba yung messages? Bakit hindi nagre-reply? Para malaman ng kabilang barko na naghihintay kayo, just reply AS. So, waiting signal. Ibig sabihin, naghihintay kayo ng signal or ng period. Or naghihintay kayo ng term na pwede na kayong mag-transmit ng signal. Then, next, all between, and this is used after the RPT signal. So, means repeat all between and. No? So, yung gitna naman, no? In between ng after and before. And tandaan natin, Charlie means yes. So you can reply C for affirmative. Ibig sabihin, yes, I understand. No? So the significance of this previous our group should be read in a affirmative. So kung naintindihan nyo, just say reply C or Charlie. It is for messages, no? Meaning affirmative. Then CS, what is the name or identity of your vessel? So baka mamaya kasi transmit ng messages, hindi nyo naman sinasabi yung pangalan ng barko nyo. So bago kayo mag-transmit, make sure na alam nila yung pangalan ng barko nyo. So what is the name or identity of your vessel or your station? So reply CS, no? Then next, again, sabi nga natin, this is the word for DE. Ibig sabihin, this is meaning from. This is from. No? Tanggalin nyo na yung word na from. Ibig sabihin, ito yung nagsasalita, galing sa akin to. No, this is. Used to precede the name of the identity signal or the calling station. So, MB Alpha, this is the name of their vessel. This is MB Sanggalang or the identity signal. This is MB Sanggalang, call sign 12345. Please make a call. Over. Ibig sabihin, gusto nyo siyang mag-reply or mag-make ng call sa inyo. Then, next letter natin is K. Ibig sabihin, I wish to communicate with you or invitation to transmit. So, tandaan nyo, kapag yung girlfriend nyo hindi nireplyan kayo ng salitang K, ibig sabihin lang niyan ay, I wish to communicate with you. So, parang nagpapakipot lang. Ganun naman yung mga girls, no? Sasabihin nila, K. So, alam nyo na yon. Kayo naman, minsan, alam nyo na ang galit, kaya nagre-reply ng K, ayaw nyo pang kausapin. Maghihintay pa kayo ng another messages pa kung ano yung sasabihin. So, ang ibig sabihin lang nila ng K is, I wish to communicate you. Sige na, kausapin mo pa ako. So, parang nagpapapilit pa, no? So, alam nyo na yan, guys. Pag sinabing K, kausapin nyo na kagad kasi gusto nilang pinipilit sila. Okay? Then, or it is invite to transmit, no? Para naging hihingi sila ng invitation na mag-transmit kayo ng messages. Next, no or negative. The significance of this previous group should be read in the negative sign. So, when used in voice transmission, the pronunciation should be no. Okay? So, from the word negative, gagamitin natin ng transmission is no. Wala nang iba kundi no lang, no? Not correct, not yet, just make it no. Simply as no. And then the word okay, acknowledging a correct repetition or it is correct, no? Then RQ, interrogative, meaning the significance of this previous group read as a question. So, tandaan nyo kapag RQ, meaning question. And from the letter R, meaning receive. So, I have received your signal or I have received your last signal for the R. Next, familiar na kayo sa word na repeat. And meron din tayong WA, meaning word or group after. So, use after the repeat signal, no? So, RPT means repeat word or group after. So, ganun din sa word or group before. So, means repeat or group before. So, use of these signals is self-explanatory, no? Self-explanatory na talaga yan kasi tatandaan nyo na lang yung coding, then tatandaan nyo ano yung ibig sabihin ng code na yon. So, the following notes might be useful. So, for the sound signaling, tandaan nyo, no, because of the apparatus use, meron tayong mga tinatawag na ibang apparatus pa beside from the Morse code. Meron tayong whistle, siren, or foghorn. Sound signaling, it is necessary for slow. Moreover, the misuse of the sound signaling could create a serious confusion at sea. So, create serious confusion at sea. Sound signaling in a fog, therefore, there be reduce it to a minimum signals other than the sound signal letter. So, meron tayong mga sound signaling dito, no, yung naririnig nyo sa mga pier, no? Ay, ayan na yung barko. May mga may bumubusina na. So, akala lang natin, no, may naririnig tayo, Hindi natin alam, no, meron palang ibig sabihin na trinatransmit doon or meron palang sound signaling yung isang barko doon, no? So, ngayon, dahil nag-aaral kayo ng Morse code, no, nagiging familiar na kayo, ano ba yung mga ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng pagtunog ng vessel na yun. So, merong specific na meaning yon. Hindi lang siya narinig nyo, ay, may paparating na barko. Hindi ganon, no? Merong mga sinisignal yung vessel na dapat natin malaman. Especially kayo, no, na nag-aaral na marine transportation. First, no, one short blast, pag sinabing short blast, one dot or one bit, no? So, katumbas din niya is parang yung sa phonetic alphabet. Blast naman yung tawag natin dito, no? So, one short blast meaning turning to starboard. So, once your vessel sounded in a horn ng one short blast, meaning your vessel is turning into starboard. Then next, two short blasts, meaning your vessel is turning into port, or I am altering my vessel into port. Two short blasts. One short blast, meaning your vessel is turning into starboard. So kapag narinig ang other vessel na nag-blast kayo ng dalawa, meaning your vessel is turning into turning into port. Okay? Then for the three short blasts or the Shera, meaning tandaan natin, ano lang yun, no? Echo, India, Shera. Diba? So, Shera, may engine are in astern propulsion. So, 3 short blast yun. No? Pagdating naman sa 5 short blast, please make your intentions clear. Liwanagin nyo kung ano yung intentions nyo. Kasi baka mamaya, meron kayong head-on situation. Head-on situation, anong rule yung head-on situation? Rule 14. So, sa Rule 14, baka mamaya merong head-on situations pero hindi malinaw. Hindi nagpapakita kung magta-turn ba sa port, magta-turn ba sa starboard tong vessel na to. So, if you want to make clear, just have a 5 short blast and it means that please make your intentions clear. Doon magbibigay ngayon ng yung another vessel ng intentions na magiging visible sa vessel nyo kung papaliko ba yung vessel nila, kung magto-turning into port or starboard ba. Okay? So, ang pinaka the best way dyan is always turn your vessel into starboard side. Ayun talaga yung nasa call regs natin. Next, for the motor approaching in a bend, sa sound signal tayo ng one long blast. Lalo na sa mga paliko, yung mga sharp curve. Kasi ala namang mirror sa dagat, hindi mo makikita kung may kasalubong ka. So to make clear, magkaroon kayo ng sound signaling na one long blast. Then next, meron din tayong ginagamit na one long blast during foggy situation. So during foggy naman, one long blast in a fog dapat in 2 minutes. Kasi foggy, you should consider the weather, no? In 2 minutes naman siya. Then, two long blasts, motor vessel stop. Ibig sabihin, nag-stop yung motor vessel. Then, one short blast and one long blast, then two short blasts. In fact, not under command naman yung vessel. Kapag naman in bell or gong, no, at anchor of more than 100 meters, no? One short blast, one long blast, and one short blast at anchor, restricted visibility, warning of collision. Kapag naman one long blast, three short blast, last vessel in tow. Kasi merong naka-tow dyan. Pag nakakita kayo ng towing vessel, magkakadikit yan. Pag nakarinig daw kayo ng one long, tapos three short, ibig sabihin yung last vessel ay yun yung naka-tow. Okay? Then during overtaking naman, no, two long blasts and one short blast, I intend to overtake on your starboard side. Then two short blast and two long blast, then two short blast, I intend to overtake on your port side. So tandaan nyo, no, kapag isang dot lang or isang dit lang, starboard side. Kapag dalawang dit or dalawang dot or dalawang short blast, port side. So, katulad siya ng sa turning to starboard, turning to port. Nilagyan lang siya ng long blast na dalawa kasi you are overtaking vessel. No? And then, kapag naman you are agreeing with the intentions, no, one long, one short, one long, one short. Ibig sabihin, you are agree or I agree. No? So, tandaan nyo yan. No? Madali lang naman, one short blast, two short blast, three short blast, then five short blast, no? And lagi nyong make sure na anong situation ba? During foggy ba? During at anchor? Or during overtaking? No? So, take note of that. No? Okay, so yung next pwede muna kayo mag-break, no? And I will play mamaya yung next video natin. So, let's take a break. Short break, no? Mga 10 to 15 minutes. Okay?